Hey guys! So this one's the next one I'm uploading officially. It's been a week since um everything had happened. Since my last video. Now I've made videos but I haven't uploaded them because it's like I just didn't either have the time. I mean I made them but I never uploaded them. And honestly I keep having new updates to do for the whole Steven thing. So I'm going to do two topics right now. I'm going to start with a light and easy one and go to a more little difficult one. And I'm going to say this. Although I understand everyone has their own opinions, with the second topic, I appreciate if you are of the opposing party, I appreciate if you would just either not bash my video or if you are going to bash it politely, because if you are going to bash something, I've already had to report one person because they had called me a faggot, so I don't think you want to mess with someone who's already gone through having to lose a family member and being called a faggot in the same day. I'm sorry for the language, but that is what I was called. That wasn't my words, it was his. So yeah, and this is officially being put up. Everything else I've tried, I was gonna put up, it's not gonna be put up. So anything from last Wednesday evening up to this point for Steven Universe is what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be keeping it short and to the point for some parts, and then I'm going to go into something that I happen to see. So this is what's going to be happening in the future things. So why don't we start with Steven, because for one thing it's a lighter note, it's a happier note, and I just really want to actually talk about that more. Now I have not seen tonight's episode, so please, I don't know what's going to be going on, and I'm trying to avoid all leaks and spoilers because I usually get mine from, or any leaks I get from this one person, which is going to be a little topic later on in this video. With everything I've seen since everything has started, which was a week ago. I mean, more than a week ago. It's been a week and a couple of days. I did talk about, I think, the first 2 days. And everything with that. I think I talked about like maybe the first 2 days and then I had to stop. Because, and if I didn't, then I'm sorry. Now, some episodes I was okay with, like the one with Steven, the Stevani episode, the Steven Floats episode, the Too Short to Ride episode. Those were good ones. The Kiki's one, it was a little more of a side episode. The one with Lars was a side episode, so it was kind of disappointing. Everything I've seen was outside those 3 episodes up till yesterday's was either good or okay. Yesterday's I thought was going to be the Bismuth episode, but I was wrong. It was about the centipedal thing, which we had seen a little leaked trailer commercial for that either online or whatnot. And although we didn't get to hear her hear her voice or see her face, the centipedal thing was very touching, and it actually I was crying on the inside. I didn't cry on the outside because it's like I was tired and everything. It's like I was crying on the inside with that episode when I watched it. Tonight's episode, I have not watched. So I will be watching it probably tomorrow morning. And I don't know. Now, as you know, I found out that at the end of this run is going to be the end of season 3. So any future episodes up to a certain point is going to be season 4. I found this out through the Wikia thing. You can go and look it up. Go into episode guide on Steven Universe Wikia, and you can look at yourself. Trust me, I'm not lying. So the last one out of each city is going to be probably the end of season 4 or the first half of season 4. So who knows what any of this is going to bring us. But we are still probably going to get the Bismuth episode in this season, so I really don't know. But I'm going to be saying this. Any leaks and spoilers from this point on, if I find any, I will not be discussing on my channel right now, because I have found out through whether it was like a trigger vine or like a one of those clickbait things. I don't care. I agree with it, because it's like when you find something out, it kind of ruins it. Like with Stephen Floats, I found out, and the whole baseball episode, I found that through the other country they aired it in before us a little bit. They aired that a little bit earlier, so it kind of ruined the episode a little bit. I mean, like, though I still think it still would have been corny with the whole Ruby Sapphire stuff, but it was cute. So, any spoilers from this point on, I will not be saying on my videos. So if I find any leaks, I'm keeping them to myself. I'm not even gonna look for leaks right now, unless they are about something crucial like a new gem. But I won't, even if I find it, I will still not be saying it. So I'm sorry if you guys rely on my kind of like spoiler stuff. But yeah, I agreed with it, so I copy paste edited to who I found it from, and someone actually found it through me and actually did the copy paste again, so it's getting spread. Because it turned out either the writers or somebody in the Steven Universe staff did not want these next 2 weeks to be spoiled, so they're going to try to prevent any leaks they can find. So yeah, I'm not going to be spreading any rumors or about any leaks whatsoever, because I mean, we had the one about Lapis and Peridot, and that turned out not to be true. That could have been just artwork. Well, I mean, part of it didn't look like artwork. Trust me, half of it did not look like artwork till towards the end. So who knows what's going to happen. Now to the other topic. So I just got done watching the last night of Hillary Clinton, where I saw her whole speech tonight. Honestly, I'm changing one of my answers from my Q&A. Because while I still think Bernie Sanders would have been a good president, he did not outbeat Hillary. And while I at first thought maybe Hillary was kind of like, it was going to be a long thing with Hillary, because I didn't know what to expect from her, from hearing her speech tonight really opened my eyes about who she was and how she wants to help this country, and how, let alone what she did before even being a first lady, and being someone who has a disability. Even though it's not physical, it's mental and social. There's still people like that are far worse than I am, where they can't, I mean, they have a lot harder time in social communities than I ever had. And she would have probably have helped them out as well as anybody with a physical disability. So seeing that really helps me to open my eyes kind of how she is, and I kind of feel bad that how I first felt about her. I mean, honestly, this was my order of who I would have wanted as president: Bernie, her, and then Trump. And Trump was like way, way, way at the bottom. Like, there's a big gap of how much I want him. It's like, it's 0%. I do not want him to be president. So if I do get the chance at some point, maybe this semester, if I get the chance, I will try to register to vote. Because honestly, I think after seeing everything, I should. If I don't get a chance to register to vote and go and vote, I will be officially, I'm still would be supporting Hillary, even if I can't get the chance to vote. Not because of that I don't want to, it's just because of time and effort. And as much as I want to now, it might not be possible between school, work, and everything else. And I mean, voting starts in November for November, I think my test is November 28th, maybe I'm wrong. So, I mean, that's the same month as Thanksgiving, it's the same month as Pokemon Sun Moon coming out, and it's probably going to be around one night. So, everything that's going to be going on in my life, I don't know. On the good side, I'm going to say that I gotta be in my philosophy class, so I'm officially done with all the main stuff. I just gotta possibly redo a couple classes. I still have to go, next week I'm gonna be planning on going and seeing which classes I need to retake, registering for those said classes at Prairie State, which is where I go to school at right now, And then hopefully, and I mean, there's a lot of prairie states because trust me, I found another website that's prairie state on it too. So it's like, if you try to find me, you might not have that much success. And you know who, and they know who this person who I'm saying this to knows that I'm talking about them. So actually after a whole week of dealing with this, what had happened last week, I'm honestly finally getting all my frustrations out, getting all my anxiety out by just talking about it from time to time. Like I just talked to it for one of my doctors, and they were completely agreeing with how I was, viewpointing it wise. So having that being said, um, so right now I'm hopefully going to be registering next week to start any retake classes, which I have to pay for myself, which means I'm going to be, and if I have to do at least one class, maybe two, that won't be as bad as doing all four. Because I mean, I'm not going to be doing 4 classes. That's impossible. It's like, it depends on which 2 classes, depends on how badly do I want to take them this semester. Because there's certain ones, it's like they're going to clash, and it's going to be so frustrating. Because the reason why I failed these classes is because of one of a couple reasons. Any of the classes I took that semester might have been a lot easier to handle, where I focus more on them than the other, or I just got tired, or I just wasn't getting it, or I got lazy. And when I mean lazy, I mean as in I didn't do one project or report project, and that's what screwed me over. Well, that and the fact that the semester was kind of hard, even though my teacher was great. I mean, and the thing is, one of those classes actually I have to retake is a political science class, which was the reason why I didn't pass that one was because I had some trouble with the papers. And after seeing learning all that, and kind of seeing how these debates have been going over this whole year, it's kind of opened my eyes a bit. And like I said, I kind of thought Bernie would have been the good choice there, but now I'm really glad that Hillary's still in the running, because I really think she's going to make a big difference. So when I meant opposing parties, I meant people who are actually voting for Trump. You can vote for Trump. That's fine by me. I don't care. I'm not going to bash you for it. I mean, that's your opinion, no matter how stupid or smart you think you are. I don't care if you vote for Trump. That's your decision. But if you vote for Trump and you are completely against Hillary, I appreciate if you would not bash me for it, because I might not even be getting a chance to vote for her, but it is still my opinion. And I mean, Trump, I'm hoping my dad's now I think my dad's finally opened his eyes that Trump is not going to be the best candidate for us. But if we do have Trump for president, this is going to be a long few years. But I really hope because it's either voting for Trump and possibly having our whole country screwed over. I'm not saying that it will happen. I'm just saying it could possibly happen. Who knows what will happen with either of these candidates? But from what I had seen from Hillary, I really think she will be making a big difference, no matter how small. And it's gonna, as she said in her thing, it goes day by day, year by year. She even said door by door, and this was just for what she was doing for getting kids with disabilities into schools. So yeah, I never thought it actually she and I have and I bet a bunch of millions of other people have something in common. She said that her father actually worked in a mill, or I can't remember what she had said. And my mother's father actually had to do that. Like, he went there for a majority of his life, working there to help raise his 7 kids. Yeah, my mom's second youngest of 7 kids. So having to deal with that, it's like, hearing her background about that, it just was amazing how that we had a few things in common. My mother also, she was saying she wanted to help start, getting kids, not just, kids who want to go to college to have a career, but also like training classes for kids who just need a job and trying to train them for a job that they can be good at. My mother, after she did start going to college, but then there was a what was it? What's the word I'm looking for? There was a strike with the teachers, and by the time it got over with, it was so long, so far down the road that it wasn't really the best for her to go back to college, because it was just, I don't know, maybe everything that she learned is just kind of, it just took too long. So when a person actually asked if my grandmother wanted to go learn to be a secretary, she told, this person, hey, I've got a daughter who could try do this. And so my mother learned a training, was in like a training class to learn to be a secretary, and actually was a secretary for a short period of time. I don't know how long it was before she got a different job, which I think was because when she was pregnant with me, she wanted to be a lot closer. So she was at least for a couple of years or at least a year, if not more, a secretary. So seeing that she wants to also bring that back, I'm not just talking about secretary, I'm talking about in general, jobs where you can learn, go straight into the field. Now what I'm learning, it takes a lot longer, though I wish it didn't, but it takes a lot longer. So it's going to be a few more years before I even get my bachelor's degree. And it's going to be a lot harder, so if you don't see anything as of next year from me, this might be my last year doing any videos, depending on how busy my schedule, gets next year. But if it's worth getting at least my bachelor's in, I'll be happy. Now, what I'm going for needs a master's. So, at least right now, I'm mainly focusing on getting my bachelor's. And right now, I've been lucky with school, but I don't know how much longer that can happen. So, if we get Hilary for president, I might be a little bit more confident in that. Because she said her mother told her to go and fight back against the bullies. Now, she didn't mean physically, I'm guessing. And after having to deal with what I had to deal with, the person who I was talking about in my video last week pretty much went from my friend to my bully. It all in one day. And I'm hoping that I don't have to go through that again. And if I do, trust me, you'll get another video talking about it. Because no one should have to deal with what the rant I had to deal with. No one should have to hear that they should change who they are because they can't, someone can't accept who they are. Who doesn't understand that there's more than one kind of person in the world, and not everyone's going to be just like you. So with that being said, I'm going to stop this video, upload it, and like I said, I'm hoping that we get Hilary for a president, but if we get Trump for a president, I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm a little bit more confident with Hilary than Trump, but who knows what the future has in store. So with this being said, this is Ali signing off. Click like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys there. I will try to do a video for either Friday and any future episodes, but it'll only be reviews. There will be no more leaks unless I absolutely feel like I should be voicing my opinion about these leaks. If I even find leaks anymore. So yeah. Bye.